Because you know what? Sometimes it is right and proper to yell at people. Sometimes you just have to. I was in Adelaide last year. Why does that not be a surprising start to the story? I was in Adelaide at the Adelaide Fringe Festival, which I love, and I love Adelaide. But thank you very much. And the Fringe Festival's great, and it's this outdoor tent, as opposed to those indoor tents. There's this big tent with a beer garden. It's 27 degrees, and everyone's walking around the park, getting beers and everything. It's fantastic. And it was about 1 in the morning, and I'm on my way to the toilet. I've only had 1 beer, so I just finished work. I'm on my way to the loo. There's one guy there, quite drunk, spotted me, and grabbed my attention by doing this. Hey! I went, oh, g'day. Hey, fucking... In that way that some drunk Australian men have of starting a sentence with the word fucking. These guys are barking, hey, fucking... You know no good will ever follow that. No one's ever, hey, fucking, to me or not to me? Fucking, ask not what you can do for your country. Fucking, I have a dream. Titties. This guy looked at me, hey, fucking, you're that comedian. I went, oh, yeah, I am. He went, hey, I got a joke for you. And I went, oh, listen, I'm on my way to the loo, and ran. Stayed in the toilet for as long as I possibly could, hoping he wouldn't be there when I got back. He was still there. Hey, fucking yeah. I got a... I got a joke for you. And as politely as I could, I said, listen, I'm really sorry, but I've got a group of friends over there that I haven't seen for ages. And it's kind of late, I'm a bit fucking, so if you don't mind, I don't need to be rude, but I'm just going to go and hang with my mates. He stopped beginning sentences with the word fuck. He started ending them with the word fuck. Oh, yeah, go and hang with you, fucking. Yeah, leave me standing here like some fucking... They're too big to fucking... Mr. Spicks and fucking... I went, oh, all right, what's the joke? He went, hang on, it's on me phone. I went, oh, no, listen, don't worry, no, get all fucking... I just got to find the fucking... Oh, that's not the fucking... Yeah, hold your fucking... 3 minutes of searching, he showed me the joke. And I'm gonna repeat it to you word for word. And I want to preface it by saying, I don't expect you to laugh at this joke. In fact, you know what? I hope you don't. But if you do laugh at it, I hope you're laughing at the fact that this is possibly the most inappropriate joke to show another human being that you've just met in a public park. This was the joke word for word on his phone. Scientists have crossed an octopus with a nigger. This is not a good start to a joke. The rest of it said, it's an ugly fucker, but gee, it can hit cock. How do you respond to that? How do you respond to a human being that has just shown you that joke on your phone? I wish I was witty. I wish I deconstructed it and made some light of it. And I wish I'd looked at him and gone, what you're saying, scientists crossed an octopus with a black person, now it can pick cotton? Doesn't make any sense. There's a cotton on the land, the octopus will die. It needs to be underwater. Is the cotton underwater? Well, then it's going to shrink. You don't want an octopus, you need a crab with tiny pincers. Think it through. I didn't say anything. You know what I said? At the age of 36 as I was, I stared this guy in the face in a public park and said the following words. Go away! That's all I had. I became a 10-year-old with go away! I don't get all back and go away! I was just shocked. I was shocked that someone would think that joke was funny, that someone would think I would think that joke was funny, that someone would then show that to me in a public... I was shocked that maybe this is what Australia is. I got really depressed. Thought maybe we are just... That's indicative of Australia and that's what we've all got to live with. 2 things cheered me up though, I've got to say, there is hope. 2 things cheered me up. One was at my local cafe here in Elstonwick in Melbourne, in Glen Huntly Road, and a Korean place called Grumble Bugs, and run by this lovely old Korean. I used to walk in there every day and get a coffee. This one Monday I walked in and I said, oh, I'd like a coffee please. She were you in the newspaper on the weekend? And there must have been a photo of me in the newspaper. Oh, yeah, I think I watched it. Oh, I was having a coffee with my friend, and I see a photograph in a newspaper. And I say, oh, he come in for coffee every day. But then I think, no, maybe it's not you. Maybe it's somebody else. So I wait for you, and I ask you, and you say, it's you. I think that's right. She said, so you were in a newspaper, and you are on the television. I said, yes. And she went, I'm very happy for you. She took half a step away and then went, oh, I'm so sorry. You all look the same to me. It was topped only by a Nigerian cab driver I had in Adelaide 2 weeks after the guy showed me this joke on his phone. Still, it's ringing in my head. I'll tell you. I'll tell you my favourite news item of last year. This is dead set true. In Wales, in the country of Wales, the dragon is the national symbol. So you can get Red Dragon taxis. You can listen to Red Dragon radio. There was one product taken off the shelves in Wales, a product called Welsh Dragon sausages. Taken off the shelves because, and I quote, the name Welsh Dragon sausages did not truly represent what was to be found in the sausage meat. Who honestly thought someone in Wales had slain a dragon? What should we do with it? I know, we'll make sausages. Come on, if you're buying Welsh Dragon sausages actually assuming them to contain dragon meat, you should be put on the first plane back to America. No, that's a cheap shot, but you know it was an American that did that. You know, somewhere in Cardiff there was a guy going, oh my God, Welsh Dragon sausages. Do they have real dragons in them? And there's some Welsh guy going, oh yes. Don't try the baby oil. See, in America, they have their own rules that don't make any sense. I was in Los Angeles airport a few years ago. I hired a car. I went round to the back of the car to what they call, what we call the boot. They call trunk. Why I want to take an American on safari to Africa. I just want to point out an elephant and go, what do you call that at the front? Just to see if they go, oh, that's the boot. I opened up the boot of the car, right? Hanging down inside the top of the boot was something I've never seen before in my life. It was a yellow, glow-in-the-dark fluorescent candle, which had 3 pictures on it telling you what it was used for. The first was a picture of a man laying down. Second was a picture of a hand grabbing the hand. Third was a picture of a man running away from the car with the boot up. Now, it's in case someone kidnaps you, locks you in the boot of your own car. You pull the handle, the boot pops up, and you run away. What kind of a country has to cater for that possibility? The same country that gave the world celebrity voices on sat-navs. The first time I ever saw that, I got in an American car, I put on the sat-nav, it had a Mr. T voice on it. Oh yeah, that when you went the wrong way, he said, I said go left, fool. And now it turns out you can get them here. You say, has anyone here got a celebrity sat-nav? Yes, sir. Who have you got? You've got Star Wars characters. Sorry? You always do. Is it Darth Vader? And does it do the... Go left at the roundabout. Have you got Yoda? And does it actually go 200 meters left plus you turn? anyone else got a celebrity voice? Ozzy Osbourne? Fantastic. Does it even know where it's going? In half an hour on a roundabout. Sharon, I don't know where we fucking are. I've actually got John Cleese on mine, which is fantastic because it's just grumpy. Right, carry on, I don't care. In America they had comedians. You could have had a Seinfeld. So I want a Seinfeld. I said go left, why didn't you go left? You should have gone left, you didn't go left. Do you know what I want? I want a Dave Hughes sat nav. I want to get in my car, program in directions, it goes, in 200 yards, go right. And then when you go left, you didn't go right, and that shits me. You know what my favourite news item in the world was last year, and it's dead set. I saw this word for word on BBC News 24, and I'm going to explain how it came about. Right, I turned it on. Welcome to the BBC. Here's the news. The Queen has stormed out of a photo shoot with an American photographer, Annie Leibovitz. Now, here's the story. The Queen was running late for this photo shoot, and clearly the woman was vaguely annoyed. The woman actually said to her, "Can you move the tiara? It's kind of draggy." To which the Queen responded, "What do you think this is?" Which is the Queen's way of saying, "I'm the frickin' Queen." Now what had happened was the Queen was running late, so she was storming in a grumpy mood, going to her courtiers, walked in, did a photo shoot. The BBC edited up to make it look like she had stormed out. They completely doctored it. Now, this is amazing. The Queen has stormed out of a photo shoot. We've never seen the likes of it. Our royal correspondent, Hugh is here. What do you think of the whole thing? This guy's going, but this is amazing. I mean, the Queen is quite grumpy. She does have a temper. And it's wonderful for the rest of the world to see just how grumpy the Queen really is. This is absolutely amazing. And they came back to the presenters, he looked at the camera and went, "And we understand the Queen and Prince Philip do watch BBC News 24, so it should make for an interesting afternoon." Here's the sport. 10 minutes of sport later, I kid you not, they came back to the presenters and said, "Welcome back to the BBC, here's the news. BBC has apologised unreservedly to